Hey, what's going on guys? Today we shall review an EUW Grandmaster tier game on Vayne in patch 9.1. In this game she has 60% kill participation and KDA ratio of 6. We shall discuss Vayne's pros and cons, show you an increasingly popular rune page for this champion with Hail of Blades keystone, analyze what's the point of this rune and how it works. So Vayne has always been one of the most popular champions in solo queue. Even when she was off meta and the bot lane was crawling with fighters and mages, players all over the world would stick with this champion in their games. Due to a huge number of benefits from her playstyle to a great variety of awesome skins, Vayne has always been a popular marksman. And after patch 9.1, she has become one of the strongest ones as well. So what has changed in this patch? Let's have a look. First of all, final hour buff. Tumble's cooldown is reduced by 50% while final hour is active, which means that now you can cast Q twice as often when your ultimate is active. This single buff increased Vayne's win rate just in a couple of days after the patch, but that's not really all. 24 hours later, unexpectedly for everyone, professional players around the world started using Hail of Blades on Vayne. At first that seemed a bit strange, but just a day after, all statistical resources indicated a sharp increase in Vayne's win rate. Let's see what exactly Hail of Blades does. Basic attack in an enemy champion grants 110% bonus attack speed for your next 3 basic attacks. While active, Hail of Blades ignores the attack speed cap. Cooldown 4 out of combat seconds. Long story short, now Vayne can make 6 W stacks on her target in 3 seconds in combat, thus activating her true damage twice. And that really hurts, no matter what champion you play. Also, due to the domination path, Vayne receives a lot of sustain in lane and in teamfights. But enough with the theory, let's move on to our game. Let's go through the team setups. Red team consists of champions who have both a good initiation and a large amount of damage in the mid to late game. Azir and Vayne can literally carry their teammates if they survive the early game. Their win condition is simple. Create comfortable conditions for Vayne and Azir so they can get the first items no later than 20 minutes in the game. If you let these two champions freely deal damage for a couple of seconds, the fight will be won. Blue team's setup can also easily win this game if they use their strong points. And they have several of those: huge burst damage from LeBlanc and Pyke, effective crowd control abilities from Sejuani and Urgot, and Kai'Sa, who is a great late game teamfighter. Their win condition is also pretty simple. In teamfights, try to kill Vayne and Azir as soon as possible. LeBlanc and Pyke can flank the enemies from the most unexpected sides, which means that Nautilus and Red team in general may simply not have time to help their carries. Vayne's primary rune path is domination with the Hail of Blades keystone. We've already discussed its strong points. Take Taste of Blood to gain additional sustain during the game. Eyeball Collection grants Vayne bonus attack speed in the mid game, and Ravenous Hunter performs the same role as Taste of Blood, increases your sustain in fights. Your secondary path is Precision, as Legend Alacrity allows Vayne to enhance her attack speed, and Coup de Grace gives the possibility to deal more damage to champions with low health. Now your rune stats. In row 1, select attack speed, that's the optimal option for Vayne. In row 2, adaptive force, it grants bonus damage at the start of the game and is especially useful in lane. In row 3, your choice depends on the situation. In this game, Vayne is matched against champions with physical damage, Pyke and Kai'Sa, so she takes armor. Your starter items are standard, Doran's shield and a pot. In lane, Vayne has only one task: stay alive and get as high CS as possible. Doran's shield will help her with that. Always try to push the first minion wave to get level 2 faster than your opponents. That's one of the few situations where Vayne can play aggressively. While you have an advantage, you can either try to kill your enemies or at least harass them. If there's a fight in the bot lane, Vayne's task is to focus the closest target. There is no point in trying to reach Kai'Sa when she's behind her allies. In such a situation, you are more likely to die than kill your opponent. Tumble allows Vayne to dodge almost any skill shot. This is your advantage, so try to use it wisely. In 90% of the cases, your first item is Berserker's Greaves. It grants extra mobility and makes last-hitting minions a bit easier. Boots give Vayne a small power spike and significantly increase her damage. Pyke can feel it on his own skin. On the whole, the laning phase is coming to an end. In high tiers, players understand that Vayne needs support early and try to help her in every way possible. To be honest, this stage of the game has been won by Camille's efforts. Vayne's laning phase has been smooth and now she'll get all her power spikes at the right time. But Vayne doesn't always receive such support from her allies, so play carefully and stay safe. Better finish off another minion wave under your turret than try to kill your opponents and die. You don't want to give them an advantage and lose that very minion pack. As soon as the bot lane turret is down, the early game is over. Now red team should group around neutral objectives, move around the map and take the other enemy turrets. Let's talk about your items now. Vayne's itemization has remained the same despite her new keystone. Try to buy Berserker's Greaves as early as possible, to become more mobile and make it easier for yourself to last hit creeps. After the boots, start building Blade of the Ruined King. This item grants Vayne all the necessary stats, which will improve her damage in teamfights and increase her sustain. As soon as you have these two items, start Gwynso's Rage Blade. That's your last core item. It's a combination of Gwynso's passive and Hail of Blades keystone that grants Vayne tremendous damage in teamfights. These three items turn Vayne into the strongest champion on the map, who can kill any target in a duel or a teamfight. If you haven't won the game yet, you need even more damage. The option number 1 is Phantom Dancer and Infinity Edge. PD grants Vayne even more mobility in fights and increases her crit chance, just like Infinity Edge. If the game still goes on, buy a defensive item, Mercurial Scimitar, Guardian Angel or Morph Malmortius. Let's have a look at them. Mercurial Scimitar enhances your sustain and allows you to remove all crowd control debuffs. If you are matched against Skarner or Malzahar, just buy Mercurial Scimitar and forget about their existence. If you get killed in a split second by enemy assassins, buy Guardian Angel. It can revive you and give a second chance to turn a fight. If there are several mages on the enemy team, just buy Morph Malmortius and you'll be able to survive another damage burst from Brand or Zillion. And upon taking magic damage that would reduce health below 30%, it grants a shield that absorbs magic damage. When Lifeline triggers, you gain bonus stats until out of combat, so keep attacking your enemy. In the mid-game, Vayne often shifts to the side lanes to destroy all the outer turrets. Turret siege often equals fight, so your allies should be with you. You can't go solo. Yet. You still have no core items and need your allies' support. When Nashor is up, minimize the number of senseless deaths on your team. If someone dies without getting any kills, the enemies can easily take this important buff due to a numerical advantage. And Baron can greatly turn the course of the game. And yeah, red team make this mistake. Azir and Nautilus die in the top lane while Vayne is fighting 1v2 in the mid lane. Sadly, she dies as well. As a result, blue team get the opportunity to come back in the game and take Baron. Having lost Nashor, red team make the right decision, they start playing together. That's a good strategy. Urgot finds himself in the wrong place and gets killed. Now blue team can't use their buff to the fullest, being 4v5. It will be the main reason of their defeat. One of the best decisions you can make in your games is to group in one lane while your allies split pushing a side lane and drawing the enemy attention. So blue team have to choose between fighting in the top lane and countering red team's aggression and defending bot lane against Aurelia. Eventually red team regroup. Azir keeps pushing top and the rest of the team go mid to help Aurelia in a fight. And this great decision, made in time, helps red team win the game. Pay attention to how many tumbles Vayne makes during her ultimate. 6 Qs and more than 30 silver bolts allow her to end this mid-game fight in red team's favor. That's the main reason why Vayne is one of the strongest marksmen in the game at the moment. To win the game, red team should just wait for the second Nashor, take the buff and push one lane. Losing a teamfight in such a situation will be almost impossible. And while red team are following our game plan, let's sum up this Vayne guide. So guys, here is what you need to remember. Hail of Blades. Hail of Blades grants Vayne a huge amount of damage in a very short period of time. Before the patch, Vayne had to wait for 3 items to start dealing damage, but now Boots and Blade of the Ruined King are enough to kill any marksman 1v1. Early game. In the early game, your tasks are the same. Try to survive and gain as much experience and gold as possible. If your allies help you and give a couple of kills, you'll reach your power spike much earlier. But anyway, Vayne's greatest power spike is in the mid-game. Mid-game. In the mid-game, Vayne becomes a very strong champion. Boots, Gwynso's Rage Blade and Blade of the Ruined King make her a powerful duelist and a team fighter. And finally, teamfights. During teamfights, Vayne can deal damage to any target. If your enemies have good carries, you can try to kill them in a split second while Hail of Blades is active. If there is no such an opportunity, no big deal. Hit R and start kiting the enemy frontline. They won't last long, be sure of it. And that's pretty much it guys, we hope that you enjoyed this review. Follow the simple tips and you'll surely win more often. On this note, as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and good luck in your solo queue.